working with prominent education groups in India, such as IT groups of institution. Please give a huge round of applause for sir. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Syed Azaz Ahmed, professor in marketing at Asian Business School with PhD in management from Aligarh Muslim University and a 14 years of blended experience in corporate and academia. He brings a unique perspective combining practical industry insight with academic expertise. Please give a huge round of applause for sir. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Swati Bhatia, Professor and Head of IQAC Internal Quality Assurance Cell at Asian Business School, a HR professional with more than 16 years of experience in corporate and education sectors. She holds a double postgraduate degree and a doctorate in management with a consistent record of achieving outstanding results through meticulous and organized work. Please give a huge round of applause for ma'am. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Richa Sharma, Associate Professor in Operations Management at Asian Business School with 14 years of academic and industrial research experience. She specializes in production operations, lean management, quality management, and industrial engineering and is a double gold medalist in MTech from Punjab Technical University. Please give a huge round of applause for ma'am. So, moderating today's panel discussion is Dr. Navita Gurbani, Associate Professor of Finance at Asian Business School with over 12 years of experience in academics and corporate sector. She holds a doctoral degree in virtual banking, a master's in management, and a graduate degree in commerce. Please join me in giving a huge round of applause as we welcome our distinguished panelists on the stage.
Yes. Very good afternoon to all the students, faculties on the dais, and the other eminent personalities present in the OD. It is with pleasure that we inaugurate the panel discussion on contemporary writing and academic publishing at the Writefest 2025. And I am Dr. Navita Gurbani, the moderator of the event, joined by the esteemed presence of our faculties here. And to continue further, I would just like to add on to all the students present here. It is going to be one of your enriching experiences. And of course, all those students who want to have a sense of writing, skill build up, this is the day for you. So let us start, let us inaugurate. First, let us also understand that academics, it just not just shapes the knowledge, it also influences the practices. It builds and contributes to the intellectual growth. And as we are joined with esteemed presence, I have certain few questions, and I hope we will have a fruitful discussions here. So, if one of the esteemed judges or the presence here may answer that. How do and what is the basic motivation, first of all, how to get a motivation for writing, whether it is academic writing or fictional writing? So the esteemed presence can answer, anybody who wants to.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, First of all, I'd like to thank you for inviting me to this panel of Writers Fest. Uh, if I talk about my writing, it is actually connected with teaching only. Because whatever reflections I get from my students when they question in class, they become my reflections to think and write. And whatever my students share when they go to industry as a part of summer internship placements and when they're finally placed and when they meet again, their experiences, they become my writing thing, writing, you can say, notes, which can be developed into the cases and caselets which we are experiencing. So that is my source. So it is deeply and very much connected to my teaching only.
So what an answer, ma'am. As an academician, no one else to inspire you more than our own students. So yes, there might be other inspirations if anybody. Yes, Ijaz sir.
Yeah, very good afternoon, panel members and their students. First of all, as you all know, that I'm from marketing, so I get my inspiration from the customers only. How one slogan can change the destiny of any company, how the same message in one culture can be successful and in other culture it can fail. So we always get inspiration from consumer behavior only. And now that there's a huge change when we talk about the digital marketing, how it is evolving and how it is changing the equation in the marketing. You know, Google itself says that there are more than 200 parameters based which the companies get the ranking. The how the ranking changes. This is something, it's a science now. Very interesting to understand that how the rankings of the websites change, how you drive the traffic to the websites. So this is where I get the inspiration from. Thanks.
So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for inviting as a guest, probably for the very first time, because I generally invite people on the stage, and joining as one of the speaker is really wonderful to look at. So I'm a different league of writer as compared to all my fellow academic professionals. What I've academically written is only my thesis. Rest, I've made lot many of my students write their summer internship reports and their visit reports, etc. So, what is my passion for writing is purely uh, I wanted to write, so I thought of writing, and it was like very early at my age I wanted to, and my first book took almost 18 plus years to write, and the second just came in next 1 year. Uh, so that's all about rewinding the brain wires that you have and put across to a word. So this is what was my motivation. I'm not an academic writer as of now, and I don't intend to be, honestly. So my writing has been fictional and co-fictional. So when I say fictional, it's completely out of imagination. When it's co-fictional, relating a real-time thing with a fictional content. So I hope I'm surviving to the question. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Long press.
Yes, now I am audible. So, yes, my writings are belongs to the academic category, but I'm basically from the mechanical field. I'm basically from the machine-oriented field. I have started writing around 18 years back because like my experience is basically belongs to the manufacturing world because I'm like my domain specialization it is in operations and production. So I have served my I've seen lots of industry in a mechanical way. That is how actually the machinery works. So my first writing, it belongs to automobile industry. When I started writing the instruction guidelines, the catalogs, the manuals of like how the machine works. So I do understand the machine language because I am very practical. I don't like, I'm not a creative person. I don't write the fiction books. That is all the real information in a form of data analytics. So that is the machine coding language we do understand as from a mechanical or engineering world. So that is like my inspiration is, and we always motivate our students that whenever they come from the summer internship training, they are required to understand the mechanism, the functioning of how actual the industry works. So they need to write an article or case or any research paper because like writing involves now it's like we are all in a digital world. We need to understand the analytics language, we need to understand the data language also. So we need to learn all these tools. So that is my inspiration. I hope that.
Yeah, ma'am. Of course, it actually uh, is wonderful to know that how different inspirations can inspire different types of writing, and taking your word forward that writing is not dependent on any language, whether machine language or AI language or any other creative aspect. Writing is beyond language. Writing is about the expressing your art of skill or any skill that you would like to represent in front of audience. But as a academic writer or as a non academic writer, let us also understand that it requires time, it requires the dedication. So I would like to know from the from the members here, that what type of routine they follow. Do they have a set time, or they take out time from their busy schedule? Because we know it involves time. It is not possible to just write with your time not given. So please, how do you take out time? Is it in your set routine, or you take a vacation for that?
Very simple, right? One word, discipline, right? Discipline is required. And see, when I talk from the perspective of writing, my core heart is HR, right? Development, training and development. So, whenever we begin something, we talk of objective, we talk of aim. Anybody can tell me what could be the full form of aim? AIM? Anybody? I want innovative and creative answers, not the Google one. Yes, ma'am. All in me. Yes, all in me, right? Which can be expressed. And I take it like ambition in mind, right? I should have an ambition in mind, what I want to. Then, keeping in mind the discipline that, okay, if I'm writing something in my me time, right? We me time that we all Gen Zs talk about, right? So that 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I need to devote. Might not be it's writing, having a paper and pen. Right? We are very digital. Notes, right? So that is required because that will give you the clarity. The thought process will become more real, surreal, right? So for me, discipline makes a difference.
Yeah, when we talk about time management, again, it's a challenge. We know that most of the times we are busy with so many assignments. So, how my routine works is whenever I find, since my research is all about consumer behavior, be it a shop, be it a retail store, be it anywhere where I see something that is interesting, that is related to marketing, wherever I get a chance, I take a photograph and send it to my WhatsApp account only. If not a photograph, then if I do not get a chance to take a photograph, I'll type a message and will send to my account only. This is something which is related to marketing. This is something which I have learned new, or this is something where we can carry out research. Then before going to bed, I make sure that at least there is 1 or 2 pages written. So this is how we make it sure that then we work in team. I have got 2 more team members with our research team, and then we remind each other that we need to meet certain deadlines. So it's very important to have a deadline. You put deadline for yourself, that for in this week I have to at least write maybe 5 pages of your research paper, so whatsoever you are doing. So it is very important that a deadline is set by we ourselves, then only we can meet the deadline. Thank you.
So my reply might completely differ from my my fellow colleagues. I think writing is a responsibility. It's a big responsibility because whether we write academic books or we write any fiction, any kind of a book that we read, it influences and it teaches something to the reader. So I think before anything, first should be the clarity that are you clear what you want to write, and then once you're clear, so you can complete that in one sitting as well. You can clear that in multiple settings as well. So my way of writing has been, I was always writing, and when then I had the regular sittings when I was drafting it. So it has happened with me that while driving as well, if something came to my mind, so there are voice notes in my phone, keeping the notes all the time, right? One thing which I have ensured in any of my writing as of now, I've written a couple of articles as well, again non-academic based itself. So I've cross-verified what I'm writing, is it factually correct or not, so that it cannot be challenged, and it is not giving a wrong notion to a reader, because if you like something you tend to believe that, right? So this has been my core. And now schedule, yes, uh, I liked your reply, all in me. Once you feel that yes, you're all with you, and now you can draft, now you can convert your thoughts to the words, that's the best time to do it. So my best time has been midnights or early morning, when there is a silence and peace all around. You are also fresh, you're never fresh during the day or late evenings, you're always fresh in the early mornings, kind of 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, like that. And that's how I've written it. You won't believe I wrote my first book, because you could see, as a student you understand the placement work, when every student always keeps talking about when is the company, right? So my peace time was always getting up in the midnight, and I've covered the entire story of mine only on Saturday and Sunday between, overnightly. And believe me, I was able to write my 2 3 chapters as well in single sitting, because I was very much clear that what is that I'm exactly looking at it. And I do a lot of homework before I sit on the table for penning down what I want to write there. So that's my way of.
Yes, Richa ma'am.
I really admire, sir, that you write like you believe in early morning or late night sittings and all. I'm like I don't have any fixed schedule, and like we used to get like I'm totally dependent upon the industry's data. Like twice in a year, we are being invited in the industry to rectify the problems related to the productivity, quality, or related to the cost. Like we need to work on these KPIs of the manufacturing. Like the data, the real time data which we get from the industry. So I try to convert all these tangible datas into academic research papers. So I don't have any fixed schedule. Like we are being associated in some consultancies. We are being associated in some groups of the industries in which we are being called in order to enhance our in order to resolve our problems related to the machinery. So we go there, we visit with our team, and whatever the experimental data which we get from the equipments, from the control devices, from the sensors, that we convert, that we use those data by applying the data analytical software tools. So that is my basically,
So the routine depends upon the data.
yeah, my routine depends upon the projects which I usually
Yeah,
get. That's
so-
it.
So very good point that we have got that discipline, cooperation among your colleagues, and the timely motivation that they provide, and of course the consistency, the peace of mind when you can get. And like we saw the last point that whenever you get the data on your hold, do work on it. Do not wait for a perfect timing. Wait for the perfect data to do your perfect analysis here. So yes, a lot of good pointers we have been seeing here. But as a student, I think that the student fraternity, ma'am and sirs, would like to know that what skills they should actually develop to have an orientation towards writing. Is it only the analytical skills, or what skill a student should actually possess to become the writer or something?
And see, to me, when you want to write, first of all, you have to develop a habit of reading. So always try to read a good book. These days, what students do, they search the topics on AI, then you get a very narrow view of it. Then if you study the same topic through in a very good book, that is from a very good publisher and a good author, you will get to learn so many things. And it's not that you will start with writing a good research paper or a very good article. You can start with any thought that is in your mind. So I'll give you an example. One fine day, I discussed in my class globalization. One is globalization. One is globalization. That is going global and thinking local. This was the topic we discussed. Then I saw one fine day on LinkedIn that my one of the students has just taken a photograph of Dairy Milk chocolate, wherein the kuch meetha ho jaye, it is written in so many languages, local languages. And then he has highlighted that what is actually globalization. So for writing anything, you do not need to be very good writers, or you not need to have plenty of data. Starting, when you start it, just start with any simple concept. Look around you, just think. It is not something, you do not have to present the reader something that is very imaginary. Just look around you, you will get so many things to be presented to the user. Because at the end of the day, it is a preservance of a thought. It is whatever you write, it is designing the future. So we need to present the truth. So whatever thought there is in your mind, start with it. Do not wait for a perfect time. Do not want to be the, you know, write a perfect research paper. Yeah, then with the progression, then obviously, then analytical skills needs to be learned, the softwares needs to be learned. But for the very early stage, it is better that start with anything that is in your mind.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
also agree, right? Start, right? Picking up a pen, penning it down. That is a first step. And again, see, when we are writing, writing doesn't mean that we cannot rewrite. As we read, something will come in our mind, our own reflections would be there, our experiences would be there, that we can write. And we should go back to that, what we are writing, with the more knowledgeable things, with the more updations which are there. That is the way how we write, means write, rewrite. Another thing is, we should also have the passion, right? If you don't have that passion, if you're not that consistent, then how would you move forward? So that's from my side.
Start and build a habit of reading. Anything to add on here, Ravi sir or Richa ma'am?
So as I said, it's a big responsibility what we are writing. So I'll take it in a way that first you should be clear, have a clarity that what is that you want to do. Be it any sort of writing, academic, research based, whatever you want to do. Second is research is critical. You have to cross verify things multiple times, especially when you're writing any kind of a skill based thing. It has to be experiential based as well. Now, third most important is what kind of writing pedagogy you're adopting. I suggest it has to be simple. More you write simple, more it is clear to your audience, they'll buy it more. Buy in the sense not buy out of paying the cost, but they will admire you more. And that's how the big writers has been established. They made their books very simple. So before you write, also refer to some of the key writers around you. Like, when I wrote my first book, I requested Chetan to do the first preface of the same. Since I invited him to this campus, he's well connected, so he did that. And he gave me some very wonderful suggestions, which I rewrite my initial things as well. And this is what he told me, that you should always understand that your audience should be able to visualize while reading your each page that what is happening. And I think that was a wonderful advice I received. And I would like to give you as the fellow writers or prospective writers that offer simplicity to your reader. They should be able to understand it well, and they should be impressed upon as well, so that they come back to again and again. They should look forward to your writing again and again.
Yes, strongly agree. That is, it is very much important that you should have the clarity in your mind, a very clear and concise, precise thoughts in your mind that what actually you would like to write. Explore your strength area because everyone, we all are having the writing skills. So it doesn't mean that the people, the person, or we, are, if we are writing, you can't write. Everyone can write. Everyone. But in the conventional traditional days when we used to write, that is around 15 years back or 10 years back, then we were not been exposed to lots of software tools, which I always emphasized on this part. We were not been we were not in touch with the data analytical tools. But now in this digital world, you need to learn any one software. Like in every class I used to say, whenever I go, it hardly matters you are from HR, you are from finance, you are from operations, or you are from any marketing like domain. You need to learn one data analytical software tool, whether if it is not included in your course curriculum, uske baad bhi aapko, you need to learn it. It is mandatory for each and everyone, because actually you are required to convert your text, your theoretical data in the form of visualization, in the form of graphs. So it is required for all the domains. So that is the, I think.
Yes, ma'am. So, very good point made in the this discussion as well, that reading habit, give yourself a start, and of course, research, resilience, and the usage of any data analytical tool that is mandatory, so that you can actually pen your things down in a much smarter way. Of course, simple is what is required, but smartness is never out of fashion as well. So, ma'am, when I talk about the digital tools, let's move that point only forward, that in the world of AI and digital technology, how do you feel the writing has been affected? The more plagiarized things are being seen, or we see the creativity has also enhanced?
like we can like we can use, we can help, we can take the help of the AI tools, but we are not supposed to become dependent on them, completely dependent on them.
Mhm.
AI tools always make your work smarter, but it kills your creativity, it kills the original mindset. You are not required to become handicapped, you are not required to block your nerves. You can take the help of AI tools, but you are not supposed to kill your creativity inside, right? So using of AI tools and using of data analytical tools, these are two completes, like these are two 180-degree angle, right?
Yes,
So
that is
data
also.
analytical tools are different, in
Mhm.
which you can use the Power BI, in which you can use the Tabular, in which you can use the language of Python, you can use the language of R programming, you can use the language of SQL, Java. These are data analytical tools. But if we talk about the AI, then there are specific AI tools which are meant for writing. Like for example, SCI space tool. You can write it down even. SCI Space is a very wonderful tool which helps you in order to write down any fictional or non-fictional data. Anything, not only data, even also your theoretical part also, right? So you need to understand the AI and data analytical. These are two complete different stories. So you are not required to become completely dependent on them. Take help, but yes, just add some original content also.
So creativity should not go offhand. Creativity is something that you should imbibe, should cultivate, and therefore it will be very helpful. Ijaz sir, if you can add some pointers on this.
See, it reminds me when I had joined my research journey, and then soon after I realized that I should actually learn the analytical softwares. And one of the softwares which was in trend, it is MS software after SPSS. Unfortunately, I got the sponsorship from the university. I went for a workshop to New Zealand, and then I was asked by the department head to take a workshop for other research scholars. So then from that software MS to then PLS, then there are so many softwares which have made life very easy. But what has changed now in the research, that is the advent of AI. I wish that there would have been the tools, AI tools at that time. Had it been, my research would have been more robust. See, there are two approaches of using AI. One is that it drives you. Ask the AI to write an application for me. This is your giving complete control to AI. The other thing is it's a simulation software. You have written an application, then ask it to write one more application like this. That has to be your thought. Say, for example, I'm writing the references. What do you think? I have seen the students when you write your SIP, the projects that you write, then at times students do not send me the references. If we send the references, then it will show plagiarism. No, it's not like that. You have to acknowledge each and every author from where you have taken it. The more references you have in your content, the less would be the plagiarism. Actually, creativity has to be there, and it started with a ANI, then AGI, and then it would be ASI, then artificial narrow intelligence. It was about Siri and Alexa, then AGI, artificial general intelligence, and it would be artificial super intelligence, where the softwares would be able to, it is more than equal to more than millions of the human brains. So you have to learn to use AI, but always remember that do not make it a driver. Make it your servant. Use your creativity and then take the help of AI. It will make things easy. So, for example, when I write a research paper, then I'm asking the AI, have I forgotten any reference? Please check that there are, say, for example, there is a list of 20 authors in my research paper. Have I mentioned all these authors in my reference? How easy it has made my life. So similarly, in various things, is my calculation right? Though I have used the analytical tool for calculations, am I making any mistake? That we can take, we have to use AI in ethical ways. If you ask the AI to write a research paper for me, then there are robust tools like Turnitin. If I send any paper to Turnitin, it will show me 100% similarity. That is, have you copied it from any author? And AI generated, is it generated from the AI? So if it is your thought, it would not be, you would find there would be less plagiarism. So thought has to be yours, creativity has to be yours. Use AI as a servant, because it is equally important to upgrade yourself. You have to be competent. Future belongs to AI. So learn to use AI, but don't let it to rule. That is my point.
Yeah, very true. I completely agree, right? AI doesn't mean that we should defunct our minds, right? We need to make use of our mind. If we stop using it, then we will not be able to write even the simple sentences and that we are seeing today, right? You ask the generation today to write a mail. For that, too, they need the help of AI, right? To write a mail, a simple thing which we start learning in our primary days, primary school, a simple leave application, right? So we must understand the importance of AI tools. We are not saying don't use. If things are there, we should make a use of them. But to what extent, where, when, that also has to be thought. As the AI is advancing, if we are into writing, into research, so tools related to plagiarism check are also there now. They're just not checking that you have copied. They're even checking whether it's an AI content. Right. So we must make use of AI tools, but we should not be their masters, right?
Very good point made. Sir, your thoughts, Hari, before we close?
Is it the last question?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll take a little more time in this as students are listening to us. See, I'll tell you before I answer to what ma'am has said, understand the technology. One is technology can never be a threat. So there is no question of calling it as a challenge. It's always a blessing. You must be knowing that recently Lenskart has been categorized into NSC as well. Are you aware of? And do you know what is the next thing which is coming from Lenskart? Did you see the interview of Piyush Bansal? Now, what the company is coming with, they're coming with a computer in your spec, which you are wearing. You heard that? It is still in the launch mode. Now imagine the technology that as I'm seeing you all on the left hand side in an air, I can also work. So understand how closely now technology is not in your fingertips, it's in your eyes. That you can always see. And every information is available there. And it is so portable that you can type from a mobile phone, and it is going to adapt to any and every kind of a application, be it be it Android, be it iOS. It's going to be so portable. Let's talk about AI. I'm telling you factually, last week, one of my ex colleague attended a AI workshop which happens in Dubai. And you know what is the talk? AI is has redundant from the industry. It is an old thing now. Now the next is AIX. So imagine the technology which we have started using. The world has already consumed that. Okay, and that was a conglomerate event, people coming from Germany, from US and whatnot countries, and even India as well. So AI, Power BI, what we are adapting now, world has already consumed it. So you see the bandwidth that we have. So it technology cannot be a threat in any of the area, be it writing, be it education, anything. Now the only key is how fast do we learn it, how fast we are able to make the use of it, and we must know what are the benefit point of it. Because one question is also erased from the industry that AI is going to take the job. Now people have said it is not going to take the job, because ultimately for using that technology wisely as well, you need humans, and there is no point ever it will happen that a computer is going to act like a human. Even robots are not able to do it, right? China has tremendously failed. If you see the 2 days back economic report, so they made a virtual, or I would say a mechanical soldier, but they failed because they cannot think beyond a level. So technology can always be a blessing for you, but the thing is, how do we use it? Like you all use Chat GPT a lot, but you do not know that you can give a role to the Chat GPT as well. We simply write, I want the answer, I want the points for this group discussion to learn about a topic. But the ideal way is first give a role to Chat GPT. I want you to act as a group discussion expert. So that will reply to you. Yes, I'm with you. How can I help you? Then say, I have an interview in, let's say, Tata Capital. And this is my topic. What should be my strong points to support me? Then you see your reply. Rather simply say, tell me about what is artificial intelligence, my interview in Tata Capital. You would see a difference in the response. You would see a difference in the points. So make use of it. We are using it as a convenience. Okay, use it as a skill thing. And as one technology comes, a smarter comes next. So be smart enough to automatically grab that, because nobody is going to teach you. No college will teach you AI beyond a level. Okay. So it's up to you, right? So thank you.
Thank you so much for the enriching thoughts. Before we close, with the esteemed permission of the panelists here, if you could just tell us or enlighten us, what are the future projects or work or academic work, or maybe like I can see sir has bought some book. Ravi sir is having, so maybe a past work or something, a display of the future or maybe of the past work that the students would like to or can get some see to it. uh,
I was actually wanted to meet your guest, Mr. Shantanu. So I thought I'll give that uh, my one of copy to you. But yes, yes, yes. So my work is a fiction. So I have written these two books of mine.
Can I hold your mic? Oh, okay. If it is okay.
Yes, yes. So that was my very first one, and that's my recent one.
Miss you, Dad.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is based on a real time story, adding the fictional flavor to it. This is completely fiction, right? So
That's really good.
so still call myself as a disastrous writer. If I talk about the very first book, so I will not hesitate in thanking my students because nobody believed that I would ever write anything. And when I means this is my third organization, so I have a group of students from my previous organizations as well. And believe me, they were the core that it is a book by Ravi, so we should buy that. So that was the story of this first one, The Last Crystal Arrow. So it was completely bought by my students only. And then I got a tremendous support for my second. Though very less work, it also got you know categorized into best selling because I could sell some 10,000 copies, which is too less, which is too less. But yes, thanks to the support which all my students gave, a lot many students from this institute as well bought it, and I was surprised when I got certain messages. I got lots of messages on my Instagram, and the advantage of me writing was I had some 1,000 followers in Instagram. Now it is 16,000 plus around. so so that's the advantage of it. Thank you for inviting. Yes.
Sir and ma'am can also and highlight your past any academic work or any future work that you would like to highlight if any of the panel members.
As I told, it's my academic writing. I started with like when we start writing, we are not very confident how it would come out, how it would evolve. Which I even suggest, like if somebody asks, what should we start with? It is always a caselet. Simple caselets, simply writing your experiences, industry experiences, your own reflections, relating it with management concepts, right? That is the way how I started. After doing that, that was my first book, right, with an international publisher. Gained some confidence, and then moved on to completely textbooks. My core area, HR. So I have a book in HRM, HRD, and with that, some volumes for the edited books in research papers. And if I talk about my upcoming, yes, I am working. I'm working on a different domain. It's law, right? Different from the HR. Work preparing a book for the ICAI, Chartered Accountants of India. I'm preparing a book for them on business law. So that is my upcoming, and I think it would be there in 2026.
Many congratulations, ma'am, and all the best. Ijaz sir, any past or future work that you would like to highlight from this
Yeah,
stage?
actually, I'm always inclined towards digital marketing. Uh, we have written so many papers on digital marketing and now AI. So there are 6 papers which I have written with my team, Dr. Anna Mafak. She is there in my team. Miss Shikha Nagar, she is in my team. Thankful to them. We write together. We have 6 papers are there in conversation with the journals, although have been accepted by reputed journals. Now going to be published very soon. 4 papers we are writing on. All of them are on AI and consumer behavior, program advertising. Yeah, one thing, students, what I would suggest you that so we had to travel to many places to collect the literature review, to get access to the research papers, and to learn the tools. You are fortunate enough that you have people here who can guide you. Who can guide you with the software. Just you are one step away. Just show the intent, rush to the people who are here and take this advantage. Now, I'll tell you, it is very important for every PGM student to be a researcher, because if research is not there, you are not a marketer. Please note it down. because when if we have to evaluate the BCA students, we will evaluate their programming skills. For PGDM, how do we evaluate them? It is your analytical skills, your critical skills. That is very important, and that cannot be inculcated unless and until you are not inclined. You would not align yourself with the research. Just start it.
To this, I just like to add on. See, I am always very innovative and try to come out with some small formulas, right? So, what sir said, I truly agree. Yes, intent. So, we come out with IPI, right? There should be I stands for intent, P for passion. If we have an intent, we should have a passion for it. And then, what is required in writing is integrity. So IPI, your intent, passion, and integrity is required to become a writer.
Richa ma'am, any
Yes.
future or past work that you would like to
Okay,
highlight?
let me conclude in a very short form.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, as I've told you, like I've started my journey from the industries, from the manufacturing world. So, like lots of manuals, lots of catalogs, lots of instruction books related to the machineries, equipments, which you can find it out like in their websites, like the 2 3 industries which I would like to name it, that is in the automobile, Hero Motor Co-op, that is in Gurgaon Manesar, Gurugram Manesar. Then next is Maruti Suzuki Limited in Palam Road, Gurugram. Then next is Vardhaman Textile Oswalds Limited. So these are the 3 industries in which we have written lots of manuals related to their devices, related to their equipments. But one thing which I would like to highlight, my academic research started from after my doctorate. That is, my once I submitted my PhD thesis. Then the chapters which I have written there in my PhD thesis, those chapters I have converted into the academic research papers. So I would like to highlight the SIPs, that is the summer internship programs, which you, especially the second year students, you have come from you have written your, submitted your SIP project reports. So many chapters you must have written in your SIP reports. You are required to convert it into tangible form, that is in the academic research writings. And moreover, RDC department, they have also inculcated, they have also cultivated, they have also proposed this proposals, right?
Yes.
So I motivate each and every student, please do convert your SIPs into research papers.
Yes.
Because you already have collected the data. Hardly matters if it is your secondary data, no worries, because experimental primary data can be taken only once you will start your like after post graduation, or once you will enter into the corporate real world. If it is your secondary data, no worry, no problem. Do apply some data analytical tool. Avoid, do use AI tool, but up to some certain limit, which I have told you very clearly that there is a difference between AI and data analytical. Plus, but please do convert your research projects and your SIP projects into research papers.
Yes, very good point made. And yes, from this stage as well, I would like to remind you that you have to complete your research papers, completion of your SIP reports. So that is now that you have to do. The second year student should actually take a note. But on this, at this, we would like to take an end of this program, the panel discussion. I would like to thank all the panelists for sharing the insights, experiences, and with such a wisdom. So, academic writing, we always say, or any type of writing, as we all already discussed in the panel, it happens in isolation. You need a peace of mind, you need some time, you need certain skills, but you should have a journey, and a journey that is to be shared, a journey that is to be experienced, and a journey that reflects your discipline and your integrity. So thank you all the panelists for your time here. We are honored to have your presence here. Thank you. Thank you, sirs.
Thank you very much to all our esteemed panel members, Mr. Ravi Sharma, Dr. Syed Ajaz Ahmed sir, Dr. Swati Bhatia, Dr. Richa Sharma, and our moderator, Dr. Navita Gurbani, for sharing their valuable insights, experiences, and guidance with us today. Your discussion has truly been enlightening, and we are deeply grateful for your time and contribution. Please give a huge round of applause for our panel members.
Ma'am, please come. Guneet ma'am, Priyanka.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everybody.
I request all the first year students to be seated, and for second year, there is an announcement in just a minute. The first year students need to give their attendance. So, section A is here, first year.